welcome to Wednesday's class. This is an osteoporosis safe, easy beginner's class, but really important for good, strong, functional movement. I've got two props with me today, which you can do with or without in this session, so don't worry if you haven't got them. It's a little face cloth, hand towel, and a little a bigger hand towel. So a teeny towel and a slightly bigger towel, a little one and a medium-sized one, okay? So I'm going to use them today, but again, if you haven't got them, everything I do, you can do without the towels. So we're going to start today with feet, and I've taken the little towel and I've rolled it. I'll show you. So I've just rolled it into like a kind of little sausage shape, okay? So I'm rolling it in here like a Swiss roll. Can you tell I'm slightly hungry? So I've rolled it in here, and I'm just going to put it under my foot. So I'm a wee bit far away for you to see, so I'll talk you through it. I'm going to take my heel down onto the ground, and I'm just going to roll my toes around the little cloth. So it's rolled up on my toes, so I'm just creating an extra arch through the forefoot, just through the ball of my foot. My toes are kind of rounded round. You can do this without the cloth as well, because we're just going to rise the toes up towards the shin and curl them back down. So if you're doing it without the towel, you're just going to flex those toes up towards your shin and reach them back down. Reach and lower and reach. So what the cloth is doing is gently creating a little bit more movement through the base of the foot and a little bit more range for the toes to move. And if you don't have, and I'm still flexing and curling those toes as I'm chatting to you, if you don't have a little face cloth, or if you don't have, you could use a massage ball or a tennis ball, slightly bigger in terms of angle, slightly harder in terms of return, but equally, good. So we're just doing that for 5, 4, 3, 2, and I'm going to take whatever it is you've got so my towel into the center, my arch of my foot, as we know, the main arch. And then I'm just going to reach and lower again, those toes up towards my shin and down. Again, you're just going to be doing those toe raises up and down. 5 more, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to take that to the opposite side. So I apologise in advance, and I know I'm doing a short sequence because today's sequence will be about 20 minutes. I tend to talk super fast, so I'll slow myself down. So you are either bringing the toes up to your shin and down to the ground, or you're curling them around your towel. Now you can see with the towel a little bit more what's going on in your toes. If they start to kind of scrunch up, try and reach them round, okay? So it just makes it a little bit more challenging with the towel. 5 more, 4, reaching, 3 and 2 and 1. Bringing it into the center, that main arch, and reaching and lowering the toes. My heel is down with both of these. So you're just doing this for 5 more, and 4 more, and 3 more, and 2 more, and 1 more. So that's the mini towel that I'm going to use today. But you can roll that up, have that near the sofa, near a chair, and just practice that gentle mobilization. We're going to come into heel raises now. So feet hip width apart, and we're going to move up through the ankles. Now your chair is there if you need it. So we're going to start by just bringing the heels down and then raising the heels up. You're going to feel, hopefully, if you've used the towel, you've got a little bit more arch in that foot even after that small amount of mobilization. So reach those toes and spread wide. Now I'm trying to go as vertically up as I can, not swing forward and back, go vertically up. And I'm doing 5 more, 5 just like this. And 4, spread those toes, 3 and 2 and 1. So this time, as I come down, I'm going to come onto my heels and bring my toes up towards my shins and come down. It's tricky. Toes up towards your shins and down. And up towards your shins and down. Try not to pike in the center, hinge in the center. So keep nice and long. 3 more, you should feel this in the front of the legs. 2 more on the top of the foot. 1 more and come down. So I'm going to combine the two. You can do them individually, you can forget the toe raises, whichever feels best for you. I'm going to come up, and then I'm going to bring the toes towards my shins and reach up and bring the toes towards my shins. Doing it 5 more and 4 more and 3 more, nearly there, and 2 more and 1 more. So my upper body's thinking, come on, got to do something too. So bring in the larger. towel. Again, if you don't have a larger towel, you are going to do this just with your arms, moving your arms. We're going to stick to the same exercises, but with the larger towel, I'm making this into a kind of really long kind of sausage shape. Okay, there's no food connection I can think of. I've never eaten a sausage that size, so I'm not feeling hungry doing that one. So you're just going to reach your hands down, and my hands are shoulder width, and I'm just going to pull on that towel. So I'm getting a bit of action in my shoulders now, a bit of return, which I want. So without any movement in the foot and ankles, first I'm going to reach the towel up to shoulder height and bring it down. So I'll turn side on so you can see. So I'm pulling gently on the towel, and I'm just coming to shoulder height. I'm going to organise myself, pull my shoulders down, my scapula down the back of my rib cage for 3 more, and 2 more, so just gently pulling. So I'm activating the shoulders now, and 1 more. So can I do this with a heel raise? So I am going to bring my heels up as I bring my arms up, and then bring them back down. And I'm going to inhale and exhale. Inhale as I go up, exhale as I go down. I don't mind how you breathe, but breathe, please. No holding your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. So this is now full body. Okay, use your tummy muscles, drawing them into your spine, and you've got the whole body working here. For 3 more, and pulling back down. 2 more, pulling back down. 1 more, pull back down. And just relax the pressure on this towel, just let it be. Or if there's no towel, you've just been doing that without the towel. Great exercise too. So now we're just going to come into little squats. If you prefer to do it onto the chair, do it onto the chair. I'll do it off the chair. But you can squat onto the chair and come off. Whichever you're doing, on or off the chair. You're going to squat back. It's on the chair. Be careful. You see where the chair is. Then we're going to pull up. And inhale and reach. And exhale, come back up. Reaching and back up. Doing that for 5 more. You really feel it in the shoulders now. 4 more. 3 more. And 2 more. And 1 more. Holding it here. Organising your feet nice and aligned through your toes. Breathing in, exhaling out. You're going to come down with the towel and inhale up. Just for 3 more. Down and back up. 2 more. And back up. And 1 more. Reaching, holding it here. Pulse, pulse, pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. And you're just going to lay that towel onto your chair. We're going to use it again in a minute if you've got it. If not, we're just moving into a little bit of balance and side hips. So I'm going to stand to the side of my chair, either side, doesn't matter, we're going to do both. And I'm just going to work into my balance, single leg balance, and a little bit of abduction in my side hip. So with or without the chair, you're going to lean from tall. If you've got the chair, watch you don't lean into the chair, it's just there for your support. From here, I'm going to slide, it's my mirror, left leg out to the side and back in. Sliding it and back in. So you should be long in the waist and you should be really feeling that connection in the hip. So I'm abducting and stabilizing, reaching and lowering. Relax through the shoulders now. Give them a chance to recover after the little towel workout. 5 more and 4 more. What are your toes doing on that supporting foot? 3 more. Make sure they're spread and wide. 2 more and 1 more. Can you hold that leg out there with or without the chair to help you? And a little pulse. Pulse, pulse, pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and come down. I'm going to go to the opposite side of the chair. Repeat the same simple exercise. Wide through the shoulders, strong in the centre, and I'm going to watch now. I'm going to shift a bit, try not to, but I'm going to slide that leg out to the side and bring it back in. And slide it out and bring it back in. So sliding it just helps with the balance a little bit. So I'm going to do that for 5 more and 4 more. And as I'm sliding it, I'm then lifting it. 3 more. I didn't make that cue very clear, sorry. So slide and reach. And slide and reach. Do a couple extra. Reach those toes wide in the supporting leg and slide and reach. So we'll do 2 more. 1 more. And then you're going to slide that leg out, hold it and pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1 and come down. So the back of the chair now. I'm going to hold on to the back of the chair. If I need to, in fact, I like you holding on to the back of the chair because the key thing here is the glute, not so much with the balance. We're going to take ourselves away, so just a comfortable distance away so I can still maintain a nice open chest. I'm going to reach my right leg back, soften my left knee, not locked, and I should feel that extension through my right hip straight away. Long through my body, and it's just a little reach and lower. So I'm feeling that connection into my glute and my hamstring here, tiny little pulses. No movement with my hips left or right, just stay nice and neutral. And if I'm feeling it in the lower back, I'm just going to lengthen through that lower back a little bit more. One of the simplest, easiest ways to just connect with your gluteus maximus. Doing it 5 more, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and 1 more. Come down, opposite side. I'm going to reach my left leg back this time. So from my knee, reaching here, lifting and lowering. Now you will feel a connection more one side than the other, most probably. The side you feel less connected with, you want to do more, and that's something you do in your own time, because I'm not going to know which hip you're needing to work more. You need to try and acknowledge that and recognise that yourself. For me, this side needs to be worked more. I'm going to keep us nice and balanced. I'm doing it for 5 more, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and 1 more. After you've done this, hold on to the chair, back your bottom back. You're in charge of this stretch. I'm going to take my feet to hip width apart. I'm going to try and really come through my thoracic, sink my chest down, reach through my arms. Be careful though, do a range that works for you. Straighten your legs, the more of the stretch through the hamstrings and the glutes. You choose. Right the way through here. I love this stretch. It's a really good stretch to just get into the body, open through the chest, mobilize through the thoracic. Don't overdo it. Again, any osteoporosis, osteopenia, be very careful not to do too much, but you're okay. Just work in a way that you feel strong, opening through that chest, come all the way back up. And then I'm going to reach my right leg back again. We've done those heel raises. This is a brilliant place to get into the calf stretch. So I'm reaching through that right calf. This is a gastrocnemius stretch, really feeling that into the big superficial calf muscles. Opposite side, reaching that left leg back, feeling that stretch. Then I'm just going to come back to that right leg into the soleus now, so it's less of a step back, and I'm bringing both knees in towards the chair, really reaching with that right heel down and sinking into it. So now I'm into the soleus. I should feel that under, a little bit deeper than the last calf stretch. Opposite side, both knees in, and again you might find that you access one side more than the other. You've got more range one side than the other. Keep working your way at that. And then coming all the way. So we're just going to do a quick sequence on the chair. So sitting on the chair, with or without the towel. If you've got the towel, it just makes it a little bit harder. So if you've not got the towel, you're just going to reach your hands out in front of you. So you'll just be here. In fact, if you've not got the towel, you're going to put your hands one on top of the other. We're just going to do a gentle rotation. If you have a towel, you're going to reach that towel out in front of you. So drawing the scapula back and down, reaching. And you're just going to rotate to your right. So anchor the pelvis, slowly rotate round and come all the way back to centre. And then to your left. Now you're going to keep going with this. I'm going to move the chair so you can see it from another angle. So you're rotating slowly back and round. So whether your arms are crossed or you're using the towel, you're making sure your shoulders are drawn back and down. I'm nice and neutral through my spine, open through the chest, rotating round and back. So we're just going to do that for another 5, really drawing those arms with the towel very active. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, so we're just going to come into a little squat sequence with or without the towel. Without the towel, you're just going to reach your arms ahead of you. With the towel, you're just going to pull on that towel as we come up and then inhale back. And I'm going to do this slowly so you know where the chair is. Make sure the chair is there. You're going to exhale up and inhale down. Now, if you want another towel, if you're collapsing down and you're not able to control, you can use your towel folded, not as a sausage, but folded to just mean that you don't have to come quite so low down. You don't want to fall down into your chair. You want to be controlled. You want to build the strength to be controlled. And a little extra height can help with that. Okay, so we're just going to do that for another 5. And 4, and 3, and 2, nearly there, and 1, come up, stand up, and now we put the glutes into action after building them around the chair. So you're going to use the chair to help you get down on the ground if you need to. I'm not going to rush you down onto the ground, but we're going to just do a re-supine session now, which is lying on our backs. Take your time. You know, practicing getting up and down from the ground is something I would recommend. If you have very sore knees, work hard at modifying that, finding ways of doing that. But when you get down on the ground, you're just going to take your towel, if you've got it, and lie it underneath your head. If you don't have a towel, again, I will give you cues without the towel. Please get down lying on your side, take your time, don't rush all the way down, and I'm just going to lie with my head on the towel. Without the towel, you're just going to take your hands in behind your head, neutral through your spine, and elbows wide, and just enjoy that gentle stretch through your back and shoulders, and just that opening through your chest. So if you do not have a towel, you're going to cup your hands like a little basket and slowly bring your head up just gently and look in. It's a gentle flexion through the neck. Just be careful. And then slowly with control, really supporting yourself as you're doing that. If you've got the towel, you're going to use it like a hammock. You're going to take the towel, you're going to hold it at the edges, you're going to bring your elbows up towards the ceiling, you're going to breathe in, and you're going to exhale and bring that chest up towards. So it just gives you a little bit extra support. You choose. Hands behind, well, with or without the towel, we're just coming up here, and then slowly with control coming down. We're just going to do 2 more of these. Breathing in, exhale. Really connect centrally, so the full set of abdominals are working. Those deep abdominals working. Pelvic floor, deep abdominal connection here as well. And then slowly with control coming down. 2 more of these. Whichever one you're doing, there should be no tension in that neck. And then slowly coming down. And then 1 more, slowly with control coming up. Holding it here, slowly coming down. If you've got the towel, you're just going to roll it into a sausage as quickly as you can, or just get it into a long shape. If you don't have a towel, you're just going to take your hands up and above your head. So from here, little shoulder stretch. Nice and neutral through the spine, organised. I'm going to reach my arms overhead as far as I can without arching through my lower back or losing my ribs up to the ceiling, and then bring my hands back down. So with the hands just reaching or holding onto the towel with a gentle little pull on the towel, you're just going to work carefully. Whichever you're doing, feel that connection with your scapula on the mat. And we're just going to do that 2 more times. Reaching and lengthening, lovely shoulder mobilizer. But you should feel that connection with those abdominals, that rib-hip connection. Just be aware. Coming all the way, so hands to the ceiling, with the towel or without. So from here, you're going to breathe in. As you exhale, float the right leg up to 90 degrees. Inhaling at the top, exhale, float the right leg down. Really keep that center strong. Opposite side, float the left leg. Really strong stabilization in the center. And then bring that left leg down. We're going to do 1 more each on that side. If that's enough, you're going to stay there. If you'd like more, we're going to come to a double leg raise. But if you arch through your lower back, stick to the single legs. So I'm going to bring the right leg up. Breathe in, exhale the left leg, maintain that stability. Bring the right leg down and bring the left leg down. And do 3 sets of those. If it's better for you to do the single legs, please do them. If you have a towel, gently pulling on the towel to just create that strong connection between your shoulders and those abdominals, that center. And then 1 more time, whichever level you have chosen to do. So we're just going to add a little bit of arm and so leg movement together, a bit of coordination. So I'm going to bring my right leg up to 90. If I'm doing single legs still, as I bring my right leg down, control, I'm going to reach my arms back wherever my limit is, and then come back to center. And I'm just going to do that for 3 more. And the key thing is I'm really feeling connected centrally as I move my arms and legs. My center is in control. And I'm going to come down and then the opposite side. Bringing my left leg up, feeling really connected centrally. I'm going to reach my arms behind me and come up. If I'm gripping too much in the hip flexor, I'm going to use a little bit more pelvic floor. If my arms are flopping to the ground, I'm going to feel a little bit stronger through my arms. And come all the way back up. So you're either going to repeat that, or I'm going to take it to the harder level with a double leg up. So I'm going to bring my right leg up and bring my left leg up. You can stay single leg, neutral through the spine. Just going to keep my legs here. In fact, I'm going to bring my legs together to give me a little bit more activity in my legs when I'm here. I actually feel pretty strong in this position. Now, from there, I'm not going to lose that strength as I reach my arms overhead, or you're still doing that single toe tap that we did before. Whichever you're doing, you're really trying to strengthen and mobilize through the shoulders. Feel that connection with your center. 3 more, and reaching and lengthening. 2 more, reaching and lengthening. And 1 more, reaching and lengthening, bringing the hands back to the ceiling. Right leg, left leg, bring your tail, put it to one side, and we're just going to finish with a little glute sequence. So I've got the back of my arms down, my fingertips towards the ceiling, my feet are hip width apart. I'm just going to hinge up and down 10 times, teeny little pulses here for 10, 9, don't feel rushed, 8, if I'm being too fast, choose a space and a pace that works for you. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and 1 more. So I'm just going to keep my bottom floating 10 centimeters off the ground, wide through my chest, really anchoring my feet into the ground. Feel that connection. And from there, I'm going to hinge my hips up towards the ceiling. From there, I'm going to bring my hips from my full range down to 10 centimeters above. Pushing up and hinging down. If this feels too much for you, you come back to the lower level, whichever we're doing, level you're doing it for 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to hold it up, push your feet into the ground, feel the back of your body working, holding it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to hinge down, bring your knees to your chest, give yourself a super big hug, and we're going to do a little stretch sequence to finish. So if you take your right knee into your chest, reach that left leg long, give yourself a hug, keep little curve in the lower back, neutral, give yourself a hug with that knee. Now you're in charge of how much you hug that knee, but you're trying to just increase that flexibility in the hip. Keep the back of your pelvis on the ground as you bring your knee across, if that feels good. If you've had a hip replacement, please don't do that. So any hip replacements, don't bring that knee across, please. Just keep that there, and you can even do a stretch out to the side or whatever stretch you enjoy doing here. So I'm going to bring that knee across and then take my ankle across my body still. If that feels good for you, you should be getting a stretch in the outside of that right hip. If you're not, just hug your knee. Come all the way back. You're going to slide that left leg in, and we're coming into number 4 stretch. So neutral through the spine, little curve in the spine, flexing the right foot on the left, just beneath or on the left quad. That's the one I'm looking for. Put your right hand onto your right knee, gently push away. Keep the right hip nice and neutral, and push away, so you should feel that on the outside of the right hip. Gently push in. You can pulse if that feels good, whatever feels best in your body. So now we're going to reach that leg up towards the ceiling, bring the hands in behind the thigh. You can bend the knee as much as you need. I'm keeping this second leg bent just now, and I'm keeping really into the hip. So I'm going to straighten that leg, but you again do what feels best for you. And I'm flexing the foot, which is a little bit more difficult. You choose. 5 more, 4, 3, 2 more. Wherever you're at, come to your limit and point and flex and point and flex. So now we're just doing a little floss of the nerves, the back of the leg for 3 more, 2 more, and 1 more. And circling the toes on the ceiling one direction and circling them back the other way, and then changing legs. So I'm going to bring my left knee into my chest, my spine is neutral. I'm going to keep my right leg. Oh, I can't remember if I stretched my right leg away. You choose. Try and do whatever you did one side, even though I can't remember. Hopefully you can remember what you did on that other side. Really hugging that knee into the chest. I think I did stretch the leg away, but we'll see. So I'm going to bring that knee across if I don't have issues in my hip. Otherwise, any hip replacements, please do not bring this knee across. You're going to bring that in here, and I'm going to just feel that stretch through the side of my hip. I'm going to take my foot across into that piriformis, and I'm feeling that on the outside of my left hip. If you don't feel the outside of the left hip, if it compromises your knee, just do whatever feels good for you with a knee hug. So then I'm going to slide my right leg in, flex my left foot, and gently push away on my left knee, and try and get into the outside of my left hip. Move my pelvis and align my pelvis until I can really feel that on the outside of the left hip. Then I'm going to take my left leg up, I'm going to keep my right leg bent and flex into the back. So I'm pulsing into the back of my hip with my foot flex, and I'm doing that for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding it wherever I feel my maximum is, pointing and flexing through the back, flossing through the back of my nerves and the back of my leg. 3 more, 2 more, and 1 more, and then circling my toes on the ceiling, and then back the other way. So I'm going to roll into a 4-point kneeling position. I'm going to give you alternative stretches on the chair. If kneeling is okay for you, you're going to come up into 4-point kneeling. Take your time. I'll start, and you can catch up. I'm going to take my right leg forward, tuck my left toes, keep my pelvis neutral, right hand on right knee, left hand up, reach over and stretch. And I'm going to do that on both sides. If my knee does not feel okay, I really like this as a hip stretch. Be careful, make sure you're holding the chair properly. I'm going to take my left hand on the back of the chair, my right hand on my right foot, even onto the chair. I'm going to sink that left leg down and I'm going to get a big stretch through the front of my left hip. Either of those, whichever feels best for you. Then you're just going to change, whichever one you're doing, you're going to change the side and just get into. The key thing is with both stretches, you're getting into the front of the hip. You're really opening up through the front of the hip. If you're in the chair and you feel balanced, you could do a re-stretch too, but I would probably just concentrate on feeling balanced and secure. Whichever one you've done, we're going to finish with a little back up on the back of the chair. So you're going to come up, hold the back of the chair, and you're going to take those legs back, you're going to take those feet back, you're going to stretch through your body. The more you take your tailbone up towards the ceiling, the more that extends the stretch through the back of your body. The more you sink your chest down to the floor, the more that extends the chest through extends the stretch through your chest and that extension through your upper back. Again, you choose wherever feels best for you. And then you're slowly with control going to walk up, all the way up. You're going to stand, feel that connection with your feet into the ground, get your feet hip width, rise up, tall through your body, and we're just going to roll the shoulders back and round for 3 and 2 and 1 and back and round the other way for 3 and 2 and 1. Stand tall, tiny little neck stretch. You're going to look slowly over your left shoulder with control, just a little mobilization. Come all the way back to center. Slowly look over the right shoulder with control. You're going to take your right ear to your right shoulder gently, all the way back up. Left ear to the left shoulder gently, all the way back up, and we are finished. Thank you for joining for the short-ish sequence. My clock I couldn't see, so yeah, I've overrun, but it's okay. Little half-hour sequence, using towels or not. Thank you for signing up or joining, and I'll look forward to seeing you live again from Friday onwards. Take care and enjoy the rest of the week. Bye.